On a gorgeous Thursday night here at Mustang Stadium. For the first time this season, we got Mid-Penn Colonial Division here at Mustang Stadium as the boys soccer program looks to go 3-0 to start the season as they take on the Shippensburg Greyhounds to start the 2021 Mid-Penn Colonial Division action. Great night here for soccer. We had a couple storms earlier today, and looks like in the skies there might be some storms around us. But as of right now, the lights are on, and we are set for some Mid-Penn Colonial Division action in boys soccer. The Mustangs heading into this one 2-0 after two dominant shutout wins. First one was against Mifflin County this past Saturday. Final score of that one was 11-0. And then this past Tuesday here at home, the Mustangs cruised to a 6-0 victory over the East Pennsboro Panthers. For Shippensburg, they start in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division action with an overall record of no wins, one loss, and one draw. Shippensburg had two games this past Saturday on the road at Waynesboro in the Waynesboro Boys Soccer Tournament. Shippensburg had a 1-1 draw against Waynesboro, followed by a 4-0 loss to Northeastern High School. Now, West Perry, they are red hot to start this season through two games. They have outscored their opponents 17-0. They won 11-0 against Mifflin County and then 6-0 against East Pennsboro. And leading the way for the Mustangs is Dante Padilla. What an incredible season he is having so far through two games. He scored 7 goals so far. He currently leads every player and every team in the Mid-Penn Conference so far. He scored 4 goals against Mifflin County and 3 goals this past Tuesday against East Pennsboro. Well, thank everyone at home for joining us here on the West Perry Athletic Department's YouTube page. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. As we are set for a busy weekend here for West Perry Athletics. Earlier today, the girls soccer program was on the road at Shippensburg, and they had a good battle with the Shippensburg Greyhounds over at Shippensburg, and it was the Mustangs with a 3-2 victory in overtime earlier today at Shippensburg. Good win for West Perry girls soccer for their first win of the year. They are now 1-2. We will have the starting lineups announced for it in just under a minute by our public address announcer, Matt Rudy. We are getting ready for some Thursday night soccer here at Mustang Stadium, the third straight home game for the Mustangs to start the season. The Mustangs will be on the road next time, which will be this Saturday, their first road game of the year, as they will travel to East Juniata. And the game will start at 12:30 on Saturday. Looks like we are getting ready for our starting lineups to be announced. And we're going to send it over right now to our public address announcer, Matt Rudy, to introduce the West Perry Mustangs and the Shippensburg Greyhounds.
Hello and welcome to West Perry High School and tonight's men's soccer matchup between the Shippensburg Greyhounds and your West Perry Mustangs. We would remind you that at West Perry, sportsmanship is an expectation. So please let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the spectators be positive. Now for tonight's lineups. For the visiting Greyhounds, we have wearing number 6, McCain Coldsmith. Number 5, Nathaniel Eddy. Wearing number 1, Hudson Feeney. Number 12, Stevenson Florstall. In number 2, we have Andrew Wang. Britton Boardman's wearing number 13. Wearing number 9, Zane Klug. Number 33, Noah Henry. Keeper, number 3, Cade Rumball. Wearing number 8, Luke Lehman. And number 11, Joseph Sirachak. And they are coached by Warren Jones and Kyle Meisel. And here's the starting lineup for your West Perry Mustangs. We have number 10, senior, Dante Padilla. Senior, number 19, Evan Albright. Sophomore, wearing number 29, Andrew Riesinger. Wearing number 22, junior, Garrett Bartlow. Sophomore, number 21, Don Padilla. Wearing number 3, senior, Johnny Clegg. Senior, number 20, Brant Fritz. Wearing number 18, we have junior, Kyle Port. In the number 24 jersey, senior, Trace Riesinger. Junior, number 7, Bryce Torok. And rounding us out is junior, number 6, Cy Twig. And they are coached by Jerry and Charlie Ang. Our athletes tonight are cared for by athletic trainer Spencer McCrory and the
We are back here at Western Stadium, and we do apologize to everyone at home watching, but because of YouTube copyright infringement laws, we are unable to stream a pre-recorded version of the Star Spangled Banner. Normally we would, but YouTube would then just erase our entire broadcast, and that's not a West Prairie rule, that is a YouTube rule, ladies and gentlemen. We do apologize for that. But we are getting set here for West Prairie boys soccer. Shippensburg Greyhounds Mid-Penn Colonial Division action is underway for the first time this year for both teams. Automatically here, a free kick given here to the Greyhounds. Greyhounds are in white West Prairie in their traditional green uniforms. We appreciate everyone at home for watching here on the West Prairie Athletic Department's YouTube page. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here for this exciting Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup. The Mustangs outscoring their first two opponents, Mifflin County and East Pennsboro, combined 17-0. An unbelievable start to the season for the West Prairie Mustangs. The Shippensburg Greyhounds, however, they come into this one looking for their first win of the year. They have one loss and one draw this past Saturday at Waynesboro in the Waynesboro Boys Soccer Tournament. The one tie was against Waynesboro, 1-1, and then they lost 4-0 to Northeastern High School this past Saturday. Definitely the biggest test of the season so far for the West Prairie Mustangs. So yeah, they have dominated the first two games, but now they got Shippensburg in town for the first time. These are two teams from a year ago. They had two draws last year, two ties. On the road at Shippensburg, the Mustangs and Greyhounds went to double overtime and finished with a 3-3 draw. And then here at Mustang Stadium last year, West Prairie Shippensburg did again, double overtime and then a draw. That game was 2-2 here last time a year ago. So these are two teams who know each other well. They know how to defend extremely well. But this year it's the Mustangs who know how to score and how to score pretty quickly. Earlier today, before this game started, the West Prairie Girls Soccer program was victorious on the road at Shippensburg. 3-2 was the score out overtime. Here's Dante Padilla. A nice cross pass here to number 21, Dominic Padilla. That's a pair of we're probably going to have to get used to here for West Prairie Boys Soccer, the two Padilla brothers. Dante, a senior, and his brother Dominic, a sophomore. Playing with each other for the first time here at the West Prairie varsity level. First time, I mean, they played with each other these last two games, but for the first year, probably the only year that these two boys can play with each other in the varsity level. And here is Dante Padilla, but great save there. There you go, up there for the goalkeeper, Kate Rumble. Okay, intercepted, but taken right back by Nathaniel Eddy. Nathaniel Eddy being well defended there by Brent Fritz. Brent Fritz is senior. Johnny Clay making the interception, but then getting it right back. Here's Dante, finds Garrett Bartlow. Garrett Bartlow finds Trace Riesinger. Trace Riesinger running upfield pretty good. Finds Garrett Bartlow. Garrett Bartlow bounces around Britton Borgman. Good defense there by Boardman. Taken right back, however, by Evan Albright. For sure, if you're Shippensburg, you probably know, I mean, at least you should know that the star for West Prairie Soccer so far this season has been Dante Padilla. Dante scoring 7 goals in 2 games. Scoring 4 goals in the win against Mifflin County, and then 3 just this past Tuesday against East Pennsboro. And Josiah Twing missing that, and a good block there by Bryce Turok. Turok getting his first start of the year. And that goes out for a West Prairie throw-in. A beautiful night here at Mustang Stadium. Thursday night on a start of a busy weekend here for West Prairie Athletics. Tomorrow, we'll have West Prairie football, their home opener. But right here is Johnny Clegg with nobody in front of him, and he bounces around, he takes a shot, and it's in! Johnny Clegg gets it off the hands of Kate Rumbaugh, and with that, just six and a half minutes into the game, or excuse me, 5.5 minutes into this game, the Mustangs have a 1-0 lead. Great shot there by Johnny Clegg. The second goal of the year for Johnny Clegg. He had 1 goal in the win against East Pennsboro. And 1-0 for the Mustangs. Now the Mustangs, they are having a hot start this year. And so is the JV boys. JV earlier today had a close 2-1 victory against Shippensburg to improve to 3-0. Despite that 1 goal by Shippensburg, which was scored on a penalty kick, that was the first goal of the year let go by the junior varsity boys. Well, it was on a penalty kick, so no harm done there. They got the win. Goal kick here. Off of Johnny Clegg. Johnny Clegg being defended well by St. Clegg. We also appreciate to all our fans watching here at home, and especially on Thursday night, the first night of the National Football League. The National Football League is officially back tonight. Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers down at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Of course, if we had the Steelers or the Eagles playing today, it probably would have been a different story, but we all appreciate your support for West Prairie Athletics. Especially this exciting weekend here for West Prairie Athletics. We got soccer tonight, 3rd straight home game for the Mustangs. And tomorrow we have West Prairie football, their home opener here tomorrow at Mustang Stadium against Juniata in non-conference action. Their final game before starting the Mid-Penn Colonial Division action next week on the road at Waynesboro. Cleared away, but right behind him is a good run there for number 24, Trace Briesinger. Mustangs hang possession. Garrett Bartlow ran into some Greyhounds. Oh, some good offense shown. There's number 21, Dominic Padilla, but he loses it there. Good sliding tackle there for Dominic. Good right here, Johnny Clegg wide open. Looking for a cross. He gets it, but handled well by the Greyhounds. It's got to be taken by Britton Boardman. Cleared away, taken by the Mustang defense. Long shot, but handled easily by Rumbaugh. The Shippensburg Greyhounds has always been a good boys soccer program, a good soccer program overall, boys and girls side. But this year, the Shippensburg Greyhounds off to a slow start. Still looking for their first win. I mean, I know it's only been 2 games, but here's Dante Padilla now. Dante getting past the couple defenders, and a shot taken well by Rumbaugh. Great run there by Dante Padilla. That's going to be one of the things that the other teams are going to have to keep an eye on, because great dribbling techniques for Dante Padilla, he knows how to get past defenders in the most unbelievable ways. And here come the Greyhounds. Sun's starting to set down here. A beautiful sunset to my left here in western Perry County, as they always are. Whenever the sun does come out and got a few clouds. Pass intended for Trace Racing are intercepted. There's Evan Albright now. Evan Albright with a lot of room to work. He's got to run up into Stevenson Floristo, and he still gets past him. And a goal, and almost an own goal there. Handled by Johnny Clegg, and a shot by Chase Riesinger goes wide. This is one problem that we have seen West Perry boys soccer so far in the first two games. They have one-on-one situations with them and the goalkeeper, but unable to capitalize. Like, especially this past Tuesday in the win against East Pennsboro. Yeah, they scored 6 goals, but it could have been a lot more. There's Johnny Clay being handled well by Joseph Surjak, and intercepted well there. Johnny Craig scored the 1 goal for the Mustangs. He was looking for Dante Padilla, but to no avail. But right there to take it is Kyle Port, the junior for the Mustangs. And good dribbling here for Johnny Craig, but it was kicked out of bounds. Good defense shown there by Hudson Feeney. Hudson Feeney, one of the defenders for Shippensburg, which I kind of find funny because I was watching Boy Meets World the other day on Disney Plus, and when you hear Boy Meets World, you think of Mr. Feeney, and now we have a Mr. Feeney down there in the field. And a high ball and off the goal post, and that is going to be a corner opportunity here for the Mustangs. I think some fans here just my Boy Meets World reference hurt. Gotta love Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney! Short corner here for the Mustangs. Handled by Feeney. And that's going to go out for a West Perry throw-in. Garrett Bartlow, looking for Johnny Clinton. Instead, he finds Kyle. This used to be Dominic Padilla. And a foul. And it's going to be a free kick for the Greyhounds. I didn't really see the foul right there, but nonetheless, a free kick for the Greyhounds. Looks like it could be, or no, it's got to be, free kick's got to be delivered by Hudson Feeney. Mr. Feeney, number 1. All getting away, and good tackle there by Trace Riesinger. Right here is Nathaniel Eddy. And a shove, and yeah, that's got to be a foul any day of the week. Foul called on Dominic Padilla. Feeney with a long shot and handled well. A good shot there by Feeney. Hudson Feeney, but handled by Andrew Riesinger. He's usually the junior varsity goalkeeper for the Mustangs, but he gets to start here tonight. Brandon Washington, the senior goalkeeper, to be here tonight. good pass here. And great save. Great job by Kate Rumbaugh. A lot of Shippensburg fans making the trip here. Short trip from Shippensburg. Some fans very appreciative of Rumbaugh's performance. And it was a golden opportunity for Trace Reisinger, but he missed it. Good job there by Kyle Port to keep it in, but he's being defended well by number 11, Joseph Sarachak. Here come the Greyhounds. For those who are just joining us, we are almost halfway through the first half. 24-40 left to go in the first half. But West Praise, one goal by Johnny Clegg is the difference right now. So substitutions coming in now for the Mustangs. Zach Byers coming in now for the Mustangs. Josiah Twig, who just came in for the Mustangs, is now in. Throw in here for the Mustangs. A big group of Shippensburg friends and family here today. Staying here in the bleachers. Throw in to Feeney. Went out of bounds. Well, it almost intercepted. It was handled by Dominic Padilla, but right here is Dante Padilla with a run and cleared out by number 8, Luke Lehman. Throw in here for the Mustangs. By Dominic Padilla. He's going to have to pass it to somebody. He's got Kyle Port right in front of him, but he's hanging on to this ball. Now he does hand it to Kyle Port. Kyle Port with a cross, and offsides is the call. A great opportunity there for Trace Reisinger, but he was just ruled offsides. That would have been a goal, most likely, for the Mustangs, even though it was handled by Kate Rumbaugh. Still called offsides. Garrett Barlow. Garrett Barlow had a couple goals so far this season. Has 3 of them, in fact. Dominic Padilla. Looking for somebody, but it's got to be passed back to Kyle Port. Kyle Port was in that strip lane around number 13, Britton Boardman. And he finds Zach Byers. And that's got to be last touch by Byers. So a goal kick here for Shippensburg. Good awareness there by the Greyhounds. Zach Byers almost getting the ball in good shape. In a good spot. Here is Kyle Port, and there's got to be a foul on Dominic Padilla. One thing that we have not seen from West Prairie so far this season, and there were plenty of times where this could happen, we haven't seen any yellow cards or red cards, which is a really good thing. West Prairie playing very clean so far to start this season. And ball handled there by Reisinger. And cleared away by the Mustangs. Got to be taken by Dominic. Dominic, he finds Evan Albright here. Here's Zach Byers. Ball gets right past Zach Byers. He was all by himself. He had a clear lane in front of the net. Now, nobody else in front of him except the goalkeeper. If he would have handled that ball, that would have been a great opportunity for Zach Byers. Zach Byers still looking for his first goal of the season. Handled by Dominic Padilla. And Kyle Port. And foul called on the Greyhounds. Foul called on Boardman. free kick for the Mustangs. We are now halfway through the first half, 20 minutes left to go, which is now a good time for our West Prairie Athletic Department's trivia question of the game. For those joining us for the first time this year, for every broadcast this season, we're going to have a trivia question. Since we are working for a school, we might as well have everyone learn something for today. So we're going to have a trivia question for every broadcast this year. And today's trivia question is, this is a good one. This was given to me by our West Prairie boys soccer head coach, Jared Weidley. And here is the question. Who is the only West Prairie boys soccer player in program history to be a four-time Mid-Penn Conference All-Division All-Star selection? It's a very tricky question. This is probably one you're not going to be able to look up on Google. Once again, your question is, who is, in the history of West Prairie boys soccer, who is the only player in program history to be a four-time Mid-Penn Conference All-Division All-Star selection? The answer coming up at halftime. Now here by Zach Byers. And ball cleared away and foul called on the Greyhounds. I'm not entirely sure what for. Don't like Badir with the free kick. He's looking for Dante Badir with the high header, but just gets past his diving hit. Good defense shown by the Greyhounds. Once again, good defense shown by good dribbling, passing around here by the Mustangs. And good defense shown here by the Greyhounds. Greyhounds on the attack. Evan Albright gets past Dante, but finds Johnny Clegg. Johnny Clegg finds Dante. Dante back to Johnny. Brock Port. Or Kyle Port, excuse me. High header off the goalpost. A great effort there by Dante Badir, looking for his 8th goal of the season, for his first goal of the day. But just off the football goalpost. And that is considered out of bounds. I mentioned this again back on Tuesday in the game against East Pennsboro. That's got to be one of the tricky areas for an official. Where a ball goes off one post or the other. Because those goalposts, the football goalpost and the soccer goalpost, are very close to each other. Like, there's not much room in between them. Well, I think most of the time it's obviously, especially if you hit the goalpost and it's probably shaking after a power shot. Here is Feeney with a free kick right at midfield. Mr. Feeney tries it out there to around the 10-yard line. Good free kick there by Feeney. I wonder for Hudson Feeney if he gets that reference a lot, especially in school. Or if it's him.
That needs to be either told to get out or to shut up.
Sorry about that, folks. There's Johnny Clegg now. There's a good attack here by the Greyhounds. And it's got to be handled there by Andrew Riesinger. Number 29 today for the Mustangs. For one reason or another, I don't know why. Brendan Washinger, who was the goalkeeper for the first 2 games for the Mustangs. Craig finds Trace Riesinger. Trace Riesinger gotta have a shot and handled well by Shippensburg goalkeeper Rumbaugh. But once again, there's one of those opportunities that West Perry does not capitalize on very well through the first 2 games and so far again today. And a free kick given to the Mustangs. Or maybe a throw-in. Looks like it could be a throw-in here for the Mustangs. Dominic Padilla is going to be the one to drive it in. And long throw, looking for Zach Byers. Instead, he finds Trace Riesinger, and Riesinger loses it there. And that is going to be a throw-in for the Mustangs. You see the student section down there in the bleachers cheering on for their fellow students. We're expecting Westbury Girls Soccer to make an appearance later today and join that student section. Westbury Girls Soccer had a great win on the road today at Shippensburg earlier. The Mustangs with a 3-2 victory against Shippensburg in overtime. Zach Byers wisely letting it go. That's going to be West Prairie possession. 12.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. West Prairie maintaining a 1-0 lead. Couple of headers here for the Mustangs. Trace Riesinger with a shot. And he probably could have taken his time right there, but it goes way out for a Shippensburg goal kick. Goal kick coming up here for Rumbaugh. Opportunity here for Johnny Clegg, who scored the 1 goal. He gets the cross in, but to no fail. There's Dominic Padilla. Padilla getting past defenders. Line cross. Good cross, but taken right there by Rumbaugh. Blue ball here for the Greyhounds and off. Was that a goal? That was off of something.
Good shot!
Wow. That was the best shot of the game so far for Shippensburg, but it was just off the outside post, the back post, I believe. That is unbelievable. How does that happen? And put down the top 10 is probably the best miss of the season so far. A golden opportunity for Shippensburg to tie that game up. And now the Mustangs on the counter attack here. There's Feeney, and Feeney just kicks it out, and Now Hudson Feeney is a little slow to get up. But a throw-in coming up here for the Greyhounds. Or no, free kick given here for the Greyhounds. 10 minutes left to go. That shot was actually the first shot of the game for the Greyhounds. An unbelievable defensive performance by the Mustangs so far. Zach Byers finds Dominic. Dominic with some nice dribbling around and gets in the way of Feeney. And a shot there by Dominic to get Hudson Feeney off of him. And no foul given. There's Zachary Loy, who just came in for the Mustangs. High bouncer. Good chance here for the Mustangs. Bad communication there by Evan Albright and Trace Riesinger. Didn't know what to do with that high ball. And Shippensburg handled. Almost intercepted by Bryce Turok. Right here is St. Klug. Pass here for Florstall. Florstall going up and a shot, and that's going to be a handball. Oh, a good shot there for Nathaniel Eddy, but instead he shot it right to his hand. Bad footwork there for Eddy. Free kick for the Mustangs. That's one thing that we have seen from all of our teams so far this season, a bunch of handballs in their own penalty area. Intercepted by Boardman. Josiah Twig clearing it out. Going to be taken by Oliver Rahman. Oh, excuse me, no, that was Luke Pine. A big tackle there, big offensive tackle there by Shippensburg. That's Nathaniel Eddy. Cleared out, and a shot just got to go wide. 7:20 left to go in the first half. West Prairie maintaining a 1-0 lead. 3 substitutions coming now for the Mustangs. Dylan, overhead, Dante Padilla. Dante just coming back in for the Mustangs. It's Dominic. Dominic finding his brother Dante. Dante with 2 Greyhounds front, but still managing to hang on to the ball. Dante firing the cross, intercepted easily by Luke Raymond. For the Greyhounds, taken by Lemon. Good defense, and a shot taken by the officials here, Mike. Official right there down the line. Oh man, he took a shot, but he was. I love his reaction right there. He was like, "What? Like, I'm okay." Like, I take in play blows to the head on a ball before. It's no big deal. Because that's pretty much what he sounded like. I guess if you have to be a soccer official, just like the players, you gotta have a strong head too. Throwing here for the Greyhounds. Almost a corner opportunity, but taken by Feeney. Lined up by Xavier Rodriguez. Here's Johnny Clegg, who scored the one goal of the game so far. He finds Dante Padilla. Dante looking for Garrett Bartlow, who just came back in for the Mustangs. Here's Dominic. Finding Evan Albright. Evan Albright with a long pass to Dante Padilla, and Dante is tackled hard. And a dangerous position coming up here for the Greyhounds. The Mustangs have a free kick just outside the penalty box, and Evan Albright, that was Dante Padilla. He finds Evan Albright. We saw that in the game against East Pennsboro on Tuesday on a free kick right around the same area. And they took a free kick and scored a goal right away when East Pennsboro was not ready for it. And good tackle here for Evan Albright. Evan Albright, I think he was looking for Johnny Craig, but it gets intercepted easily off the head to Josiah Craig. West Prairie student section getting fired up here. And that is going to go out of bounds for a free kick. 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. West Prairie with a 1-0 lead. Pass opportunity, and Garrett Bartlow finds Dante Padilla back to Garrett. And handle well. Here's Luke Lehman. Luke Lehman loses it, but it's going to be a throw-in for the Greyhounds. Dante. Oh, I think he was looking for Garrett. Intercepted by the Mustangs. Here's Feeney. Almost a dangerous line tackle there, but Dominic Padilla able to hang on. Finds Garrett Bartlow, nice dribbling around. That's one thing that the Mustangs have done so well so far this season. The ability to beat the opposing team on the dribble. Here's Dante Padilla, and Dante Padilla able to hang on. He's going to find Evan Albright. Albright with a long shot. He was looking for Johnny Clegg down in the middle off the top header, but goes over Johnny. And it's going to be a goal kick here for the Greyhounds. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Good job, Josiah Trigg to find Dominic. Turok finds Dominic again. Dominic loses it there. Counterattack here for the Greyhounds. Number 19, Luke Pine, loses it there. But it's going to be a throw-in, I believe, for the Greyhounds. 90 seconds left to go in the first half. West Prairie still up 1-0. That ball not handled well by Andrew Wiesinger. And a corner opportunity here for the Greyhounds. The first corner opportunity for Shippensburg in this game. Definitely the toughest team against West Prairie so far this season is Shippensburg. But the Mustangs still maintaining a 1-0 lead. And that is going to go out for a West Prairie goal kick with 50 seconds left to go. Timeout here for the clock is still rolling, but the shoes on time for Andrew Wiesinger. And it looks like Dominic Padilla is going to be if I want to take this goal kick. taking their time. 20 seconds left to go, as you see on the left side of your screen here. Dominic with a goal kick. Gets past Garrett Bartlow. And that ball gets outside from Bryce Turok, but it's not going to matter. West Perry up 1-0 thanks to a goal from Johnny Clegg almost halfway through the first half. And we have reached halftime here in Mustang Stadium. We'll be right back in 2 minutes for the West Perry Athletic Barnes halftime report. You're watching West Perry Boys Soccer against Shippensburg exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Barnes YouTube page. Your score at halftime: West Perry 1, Shippensburg 0. We are back here for the West Perry Athletic Barnes halftime report. As you see on your screen there, the Mustangs with 1 goal from Johnny Clegg for his 2nd goal of the year, and right now that is the difference, as the Mustangs are hanging on at halftime with a 1-0 lead over the Shippensburg Greyhounds. The opener in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division for both teams this season. These are 2 teams that know each other well, and they faced each other twice last year in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division, and both games ended on a draw. Over at Shippensburg the first time last year, the Mustangs, they were down by like 3-1, but then 2 goals forced overtime, and after 2 overtimes, the Mustangs and Greyhounds ended in a 3-3 tie at Shippensburg. Then later, here at Mustang Stadium a year ago, the Mustangs did it again with the Greyhounds. This time it was 2-2. Oh, no wins, no losses, 2 draws against the Greyhounds for the West Perry Mustangs a year ago. But right now, Johnny Clegg's goal is a difference. Now, earlier today, the girls' soccer program was on the road at Shippensburg, and that game also went into overtime. And it was the Mustangs with a 3-2 victory against the Greyhounds for their first win of the year. Good job by the West Perry Lady Mustangs over at Shippensburg earlier today. And they are, some of the girls on that team are here cheering on for the boys here in the West Perry student section. That is one thing that is great to see. West Perry student section coming back. We missed them last year, but now they are back, and they are really making a difference for the West Perry Athletics, and helping the teams out. And we hope to see them again tomorrow night when West Perry football is here at home for the first time. The home opener for West Perry football here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock when the Mustangs take on the Juniata Indians here in non-conference action. And that game will, of course, be streamed live here on the West Prairie of Mike Parr's YouTube page. Once again, for those who just joining us for the first time this year, for every broadcast we have this year, since we are working for a school, we are going to have a West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question. Every question is going to be either related to the teams or to the sport. And most of the time it's going to be related to the sport, but other times we're going to have questions like this one for today. When for today's West Prairie trivia question, and the question once again is, who is the only West Prairie boys soccer player in program history to be a four-time Mid-Penn Conference All-Division All-Star selection? There are plenty of names that you can think of, but there's only one, and that player is Zach Gardner, a 2012 graduate here at West Prairie. And Zach Gardner, it's very unbelievable. He was committed to Lockhaven University after graduation, but he was never got the chance to play for the Bald Eagles up in Lockhaven. But he was a four-time All-Star selection, the only West Prairie boys soccer player in program history to do that. So that is your West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the day. Zach Gardner, the only West Prairie boys soccer player in history to be a four-time Mid-Penn Conference All-Division All-Star selection. Back then was when the Mustangs were in the Capital Division. Not a very strong division in the Capital, but Zach Gardner definitely proved it. And you could probably think of other names like Jacob Odaker, one of the best soccer players in West Prairie history, but he wasn't a four-time Division All-Star. He was a three-time Division All-Star, but he didn't make it in his freshman year. It really is unbelievable. It's the same one of the best soccer player in history. But yeah, so very busy week coming up here for West Prairie Athletics. We got field hockey and volleyball next Monday. Volleyball will be taking on East Juniata next Monday at 6:15. That game will be streamed live on the West Prairie Athletic Park's YouTube page. But before that, here at Mustang Stadium, we're going to have West Prairie field hockey here at home against Mechanicsburg. That game will start at 4 o'clock here on Monday. Also next Tuesday, we've got West Prairie girls soccer here at home for the first time this season. They'll be taking on Greencastle. That game will be streamed live here on the West Prairie Athletic Parents YouTube page. Next Wednesday here on West Prairie Athletic Parents YouTube page, we're going to have West Prairie boys soccer here again, as they will take on the Big Spring Bulldogs at 7 o'clock. Next Thursday, we'll have field hockey at 7 o'clock here at West Prairie Mustang Stadium, as they will take on Central Dauphin East. And then we have nothing here next Friday, unless you want to go down to Waynesboro for West Prairie football to start the Mid-Penn Colonial Division action, as West Prairie will take on Waynesboro down at Waynesboro next Friday night. But then next Saturday, bright and early, 10 o'clock, we'll have girls soccer against Mifflin County here on the West Prairie Athletic Parents YouTube page, and that is your schedule for next week. And I'll be delivering play-by-play for every single one of those games. A busy week for me, a busy week coming up for West Prairie Athletics. That concludes the West Prairie Athletic Department's halftime report. And we'll be right back in 1 minute for the start of the second half. Johnny Craig's goal is the difference as of right now. West Prairie having a 1-0 lead against the Shippensburg Greyhounds. We'll be right back for the second half. You're watching West Prairie Boys Soccer against Shippensburg, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Parents YouTube page. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. We're back here for the second half. And we're about to get started here for the second half here in Mustang Stadium.
Here we go, Danny.
Shippensburg to kick us off here in the second half. And oh, they're going to take a long shot. What was that? That was almost like a football kickoff from Mr. Feeney, Hudson Feeney. I just love saying that name. Mr. Feeney. Oh, blame me for all you know, I made Mr. America's favorite teacher back in late 90s, early 2000s. Here we go. So Westbury, Dante Padilla, nice dribbling. He's got to find Kyle Port. And that is going to go out of bounds for a Shippensburg throw-in. That's just funny. Westbury students section here in the house. You can see it right there on your screen, bottom left. Great to see the Greyhounds, or excuse me, the student section back here, and now turning over here to the other side of the field where the action is going on. Westbury with a throw-in, and looks like it's Kyle Port. Kyle Port being defended well, and it's got to be a Westbury throw. Finds Garrett Bartlow back to Port, across the same for Johnny Clegg, and that is going to go wide. A good header there for Johnny Clegg, looking for his second goal of the day. But so far, like in the first two games, for Westbury Mustangs at the halfway point, the game was pretty much over. It was like 5-0 against Mifflin County at halftime, and then 3-0 against East Pennsboro at halftime. But only one goal so far for the Mustangs. But one stat is the same: scoreless for the opposing team. Westbury has yet to let go one goal this season. Their defense has been perfect so far. I really hope that's not the commentator's curse right there. As said so many times in FIFA professional commentary over in Europe, which would be awesome if I get the chance to do that someday. And bulldozing run there for Dante Padilla, and he's gonna get called on that. Free kick here for the Greyhounds, right at the 20-yard line, about 90 yards away from the net. Off the head, Trace Rieslinger, he finds Kyle Port. Cleared away off the head, Johnny Clegg, and Dante Padilla on the run here. Dante Padilla using his speed, and he can't find the ball, and that is going to be a goal kick for the Greyhounds. Good attack here for the Greyhounds until the ball was passed by number 18, Landon Stauffer. But it gets passed to nobody. It's got to be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Good job there for Kyle Port to hang on to it and pass back from Garrett Bartlow to Port. Port with 5 Greyhounds around him. Dante Padilla passing it back to Port. Port with some good offense, and a shot is taken easily by Cade Rumbaugh. Cade Rumbaugh has been doing very well so far in this game, despite giving up one goal. As Mustangs, they had their opportunities, and the Mustangs had possession for like 60% of the first half. in the game, in the junior varsity game earlier today, West Prairie dominated on possessions, holding possession for 70% in the first half. Dante Padilla with a nice clean tackle. Dante Padilla with a shot, and it's blocked by Britton Boardman. Boardman has been all over the place today. He knows how to do defense and midfield and deliver some strikes. Ball here by Dante Padilla off the head, but gets intercepted easily by Andrew Wang. Right there is Kyle Port. Kyle Port getting in the way of Andrew Wang. And he passes it backwards, but it's going to go out of bounds. I think Kyle Port was expecting somebody there, or no, I guess that was off of Wang, so throw in here for the Mustangs. I do apologize, I missed that. Here's Trace Riesinger. Good pass from Bartlow to Riesinger. And Riesinger in front, and the shot is in! Trace Riesinger, his second goal of the year. And it's now 2-0 Mustangs. What a good run there by Trace Riesinger. He had a couple of shots early in this game. Been held quiet ever since, but a great run by Trace Riesinger for his second goal of the year. And it's now 2-0 West Prairie with 34-12 left to go. Less than 6 minutes into the second half. That's what West Prairie, Johnny Craig got started in the first half, scoring it early, just 5 minutes into the game. And Johnny Craig got on the board first for the Mustangs, but now Trace Riesinger does the same, almost the same thing here early in the first half, in the second half. That could be the icing on a cake, but still over a half an hour yet to go in this game. I mean, the Shippensburg Greyhounds, they had their opportunities. But right now, the West Prairie defense, right now one of the best defenses in the state of Pennsylvania, if I may add. And, that ball got away from Kyle Port. Kyle Port was right down the middle. If he would have taken a shot, that would have been in for sure. It would have been 3-0. Here's Dominic Padilla, and Padilla takes a long shot, and that's going to go out for a Shippensburg goal kick. Man, that was a really good opportunity for the Mustangs. Good cross from Kyle Port to find Evan Albright. He just misses off the head of Dante Padilla. And Garrett Bartlow with some nice defense. And right here is Dante. Dante finding Johnny Clegg. Johnny Clegg with a long shot, but that's going to go wide. A gorgeous Thursday night here at West Prairie Stadium. We had a couple of lightning strikes over here at the right during halftime. That was cause for concern for the fans here at Mustang Stadium. But I think that storm is going to stay off to the right here, which is no problem for us here. As we mentioned, there are a couple storms in the area, but not close enough to delay this game. The West Prairie girls soccer team at Shippensburg, they did have a lightning delay in that game, but about 25 minutes left to go in the second half, but they were able to resume action and finish the game. The West Prairie girls soccer are having a 3-2 overtime victory at Shippensburg earlier today. Throw in here for the Mustangs. All over the head of Dante. Dante Padilla, who scored 7 goals in the first 2 games. 4 against Mifflin County, 3 against East Pennsboro, but no goals so far yet today. Short corner here for the Mustangs. Dante Padilla looking for a shot. He was looking for Kyle Port right down the middle. but it just gets past Port. Out of Port, he knows where he needs to be, but I believe that's going to be another corner opportunity here for the Mustangs. This time the Greyhounds are going to be ready for it. Dante Berlea to deliver it. And, oh, that was off a Shippensburg defender. And here's Evan Albright. Finds Brock Port. And throwing here for the Mustangs. Mustangs now falling around. Dante with the throw. Dante looking for Evan Albright. So he's going to find Trace Riesinger. Back to Dante. Over to Kyle Port. And a corner for West Perry again. Corner about to be delivered by Dante. Goes over everybody. That's going to be a throw-in for the Greyhounds. I think a little too strong there from Evan Albright, in fact. That was Evan Albright delivering the corner opportunity. 30 minutes left to go here in the second half. Dante, I think Shippensburg has done their homework. They probably watched film in the last two games. And they notice how good Dante Padilla has been doing so far. And right now, the Greyhound defense has kept Dante quiet in this game. Here's Feeney. Over to Brock Port. Port over to Garrett Bartlow. Garrett bouncing around Noah Henry. There's Dante over to Johnny Clegg. Johnny Clegg finds Kyle Port, but Kyle Port's got to be ruled offsides. Long ball off the head of Dante Padilla. And another opportunity for Kyle Port. He's just going to spike it in. A goal for Kyle Port. Kyle Port, his first career goal in the varsity level. And it's now 3-0 West Perry with just under 28 minutes left to go. A big moment for Kyle Port, one of the easiest goals you can ever get, and it's his first goal in West Perry varsity. I don't know what happened there with Shippensburg goalkeeper Cade Rumbaugh. I mean, he looked like he was in good position, but he was able to lose it, and Kyle Port just able to strike it in very easily with literally nobody in front of him. It's now 3-0 West Perry. Listen to this stat. Through 2.5 games right now, the Mustangs have outscored their opponents 20-0. They were up 17-0 again through 2 games, but now 3 goals here. And looking for more is Evan Albright, and Evan Albright just misses the pass. And it's a goal kick, man. What is going on with this Shippensburg Greyhound team? They are just falling apart here. It was 1-0 at halftime, but now back-to-back goals very quickly for the Mustangs, and it's been all West Perry since. And Albright looking for Johnny Clegg. Here come the Greyhounds. Can the Greyhounds find a shot? They've only had 1 shot on goal in this game. West Perry defense has just been unbeatable so far. And there's a good example, almost handled by Trace Riesinger, but he finds Dante Padilla, and Padilla still hanging on to the ball. The quickness for Dante Padilla has been unbelievable so far this season. And it looks like Dante Padilla is nowhere near tired. And, good job there for Evan Albright to keep that in, but handled by Nathaniel Eddy. And that's going to go over to Brent Frakes. This is a well-experienced Mustang squad for this season. 6 seniors, 4 juniors, and 1 sophomore. There are no freshmen on this team. Usually in the first 2 games, West Prairie head coach Jared Whiteley would bring in some of the younger guys to get some varsity experience. He's done that in the first 2 games. And so far, it's yet to see some of the young guys. A 3-goal lead is a very comfortable lead for most. But still, plenty of game left. 25 minutes left to go. And good defense shown there. Free kick was given by Cyan Klug. And a shot, and it's going to be handled by Andrew Riesinger on the second shot on goal for the Greyhounds. The ball gets past Andrew Wang, but here is Kyle Port, who just scored the last goal. Good dribbling here for Port. And he finds Garrett Bartlow. Garrett Bartlow finding a Mustang and just through the post, the soccer and football goal post. Right through it. Good shot there for Evan Albright that just goes high above the net. Good shot there by the Mustangs. Evan Albright. He was looking for Kyle Port, but intercepted by Stevenson Florestal. And Brent Frakes did a job to get the ball away from Spencer Eddy. Spencer Eddy just coming in now for Shippensburg. Free kick given, however, for the Greyhounds in a good spot. Right at the 10-yard line, 20 yards out away from goal. A kick from Eddy goes wide. That was Klug. Same Klug with the free kick. And goal kick here for the Mustangs. Some good defense here. Here's Dante Padilla, but his dribbling got too far away from him. Easy save there for Baldwin, the run back. Foul. Yeah, definitely a foul there on Dante Padilla. Official, and there's the yellow card. That's the first for West Perry this season, ladies and gentlemen. A yellow card given to Dante Padilla, and now Dante has to step out for a little bit. And bam, that is the first. That's the first yellow card of the season for the Mustangs, and it goes to Dante Padilla. Definitely gotta be careful now. There goes one of the probably the best player on this team, but still plenty of defensive power and some good offense for the Mustangs. Still loads of talent there on the field. Josiah Twig able to clear it out. And, it actually stays in for Bryce Turok. So the student section is now saying free Dante. I mean, necessary Dante did not have to go out with a yellow card. Like you do not want to take any chances of possibly getting a second, getting tossed from the game, and getting suspended for the next game. That's definitely something that the Mustangs do not want. Kyle Port, look, Kyle Port on the run here. Getting away from Feeney. Excuse me, no, that was Nathaniel Eddy. And intercepted well by Johnny Clegg. Pass here to Dominic Badia. Here come the Greyhounds, or maybe not. It goes out for a West Prairie throw-in. 3-0 is the score for the Mustangs. For those who are just joining us here on the West Prairie Athletic Parents YouTube page. The pass from Feeney and taken away by Albright. Albright passes it out. And here is Kyle Port. And a foul called on Kyle Port. Free kick for the Greyhounds. The Shippensburg Greyhound fans not giving up hope. A lot of Shippensburg fans making the trip here to Elliotsburg on a gorgeous Thursday night. Pass out here to Eddie, Nathaniel Eddy. Good opportunity here for Feeney. About to take it away. Oh, that was a bad step there for Caleb Nickel. And here is Caleb Nickel coming in for the Mustangs, and he loses it there. Off the head of Brent Fritz, but it goes out for a Shippensburg throw. Halfway through the second half, West Prairie up by 3. Going here for Andrew Wang. Andrew Wang to deliver it, but Mustang defense all over the Greyhounds. And right there's a good example. Brent Fritz with the interception. He finds Johnny Clegg, and Johnny Clegg loses it. Oh, good turnaround there for Caleb Nickel. Man, Mustangs have done a glorious job so far in keeping the ball in. The Greyhounds defense is looking very dominant right now, and that goes out for a Shippensburg throw. Here is Feeney. Ball goes out. Shippensburg has been doing very well for the last few minutes on possession, but no opportunities on goals for the Greyhounds, thanks to the West Prairie defense. And right here again is another throw-in for the Greyhounds. That West Prairie defense so far, ladies and gentlemen, has been dominant. So far this season, they have yet to let go one goal for the other team. 2 shutouts in the first 2 games, and they could be on their way to the 3rd straight shutout for the most dominant, the most perfect start for 3 games in West Prairie boys soccer history. They have never had 3 shutouts to start the season. Could history be made here tonight? Here's Feeney. Ever since Dante Padilla has got that yellow card, the Mustang offense has not had a lot of opportunities. But the Westbury defense, once again showing why they are one of the best defensive teams in the entire state. Heck, I mean, with Syracuse, they're one of the better defenses in the country right now. 16 minutes left to go here in the second half. And Shippensburg has been threatening, but an offsides calling has been called against Shippensburg. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for joining us here on the West Prairie Athletic Barn's YouTube page for a gorgeous Thursday night weather-wise. Good game so far here for the West Prairie Mustangs. Thank everyone at home, watching at home. Thank you for supporting West Prairie Athletics. If you're a Shippensburg fan watching this, your Shippensburg Greyhounds also appreciate you tuning in. Two substitutions coming now for the Mustangs. Dante Padilla is coming back in. And Evan Albright is coming back in for the Mustangs. Corner opportunity here for the Mustangs. Line drive from Dante, and off the back of a Shippensburg Greyhound right there. That is going to be an own goal for the Greyhounds. So an own goal here for the Greyhounds. And it gives West Prairie a 4-0 lead. That ball was hit hard, but it was off the goalpost and then struck in by the Shippensburg Greyhound. We can't see from up here who it was. I do apologize for that. But it's got to be ruled an own goal. Right now, this Shippensburg team just falling apart right now. They were good on offense for the last few minutes until Dante Padilla came in with the corner, and then off the foot of the Shippensburg Greyhound, and we can now confirm that it was number 33 Noah Henry with the own goal. Technically speaking, that is Noah Henry's first goal of the year. But it's for the Mustangs, an own goal. That's something we do not see very often in boys varsity. We see that more times than often, more times than most people think in any other soccer level, but not so much in the varsity level. Garrett Bartlow, a slide tackle, and yeah, that's got to be a foul. Could be a yellow card. I don't think so. Stevenson Forrestal making the foul. Once again, a very quick free kick here there by Evan Albright. Through ball here for Dante Padilla with the cross, but not a very high cross. Opportunity there for Garrett Bartlow, but cleared out by the Greyhounds. Dante Padilla with some good passing. Shot blocked. And Kyle Port with a shot. And nice save there for Cade Rumball. Both these teams will be back in action on Saturday on the 20th anniversary of the terrorist attacks in the World Trade Center, 20th anniversary of the events of September 11, 2001. Both these teams will be in action. West Prairie will be on the road for the first time when they hit the road to take on East Juniata. That game will start at 12:30. And Saturday, Shippensburg will have their home opener in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division as they will take on the James Buchanan Rockets at 10 a.m. Early game for the Greyhounds on Saturday morning. Garrett Bartlow pass intercepted there. For the Mustangs, here's Caleb Nickel. And Dante Padilla with a shot, and it was off of Cade Rumball. Good save there. And corner opportunity coming up here for the Mustangs. 10.5 minutes left to go. Across from Padilla, off the hand of Rumball. Dangerous idea, but it pays off as Cade Rumball hangs on. Squeezing it. Back over to Caleb Nickel. Back over to Nickel. Nickel loses it, but so does number 13, Britton Boardman. Or excuse me, no, that's Stevenson Flores. Yeah, I can't tell from up here what those numbers are. Here's Dominic Padilla. And a foul called. And another yellow card. This time for Dominic Padilla. And wow, questionable call there on a yellow card. Now, both Padilla brothers have at least one yellow card. First Dante got one, now his brother Dominic has one. 9.5 minutes left to go. Man, tough officials here. West Prairie Stern section, I'm not very happy with that yellow card. Free kick here for the Greyhounds. Handled well by Evan Albright. Dante Padilla, who had the first yellow card. No goals yet for the Padilla brothers, but the Mustangs have a 3-0 lead. This past Tuesday against East Pennsboro, Dante and Dominic worked very well, including on a corner opportunity from Dominic to Dante for a goal. The first time that the Padilla brothers had a goal and an assist. We are sure to see plenty of that this season. Corner opportunity here for the Greyhounds. draws it, corner opportunity off the head of Evan Albright, and that is going to go out for another corner, or no, that's going to be a throw in, a very corner-like throw-in for the Greyhounds. And that was off of Andrew Riesinger, but he's able to hang on. Good save for Riesinger there. Andrew Riesinger, the goalkeeper for junior varsity most of the time, but now he's here with the Mustangs varsity squad starting for the Mustangs. No word on what's going on with Brandon Washington. Not playing today. He was the goalkeeper for the first 2 games. He didn't have a whole lot to do in the first 2 games, but now here's Dante Padilla. Dante with 4 Greyhounds in front of him. He passes it back to Garrett Bartlow. And here's a shot. And an easy save there for Cade Rumba. Seven minutes left to go in the game. The Greyhounds needing a lot of work to do to prevent a shutout and perhaps come back in this game. Good tackle for Evan Albright. Albright finds Dante. Here's Garrett Bartlow. Loses it. Right there to take it is Evan Albright. Here is Evan Albright now. Over Trace Riesinger, who scored the 2nd goal for the Mustangs.
Hustle, Caleb.
Good defense shown by Andrew Lane. If you're East Juniata right now, you gotta be wondering, how are we gonna stop this West Prairie team? How are we gonna get past that defense? I mean, Shippensburg has had a couple of opportunities in this game. And right there was one, but a great save for Andrew Riesinger. The best opportunity for the Greyhounds in this game comes late with less than 6 minutes to go. But a great save for Andrew Riesinger. What a game he has been having. Off the head. Here's Cam Nickel, but it's going to get taken and out of bounds for a Shippensburg throw-in. Substitution coming now for both teams. Dante Padilla's got to, I think he's got to step out here. Johnny Clegg has got to come back in for West Perry. And number 16, Braden Olsenich coming in now for the Greyhounds. First time tonight. That's handled by Evan Albright. And that's going to go out for a West Prairie throw-in. Or wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Oh, that was a bad call right there. That's a Shippensburg throw-in. Yeah, a lot of fans not agreeing with that one. I don't agree with it either. That was clearly off of a Shippensburg Greyhound, but it goes their way. Big break there for Shippensburg, but right there, Shippensburg Greyhounds not capitalizing on a mistake by the officials, but right here's Kyle Port, and he loses it there. Good tackle by Port. Four minutes left to go. Power drive run there for the Mustangs, and that goes off the top of the net. Riesinger didn't necessarily have to jump up and touch that, but it's now got to be a corner opportunity for the Greyhounds. The most the Greyhounds can do right now, I mean, if they want to come back, they need 2 goals the next minute, then 1 goal after in every other minute, but they can at least prevent the shutout. 4-0 here for the Mustangs. And a free kick for the Greyhounds. Feeney with the free kick. And not handled well, but Caleb Nickel able to clear it out, and that's going to be a West Perry throw-in. Good defense shown there by Caleb Nickel. There's Tony Clegg. Tony Clegg going up the middle for Kyle Port. Finds Garrett Bartlow. And that ball goes out for Evan Albright. The West Perry Mustangs, the Shippensburg with the throw-in. Again, we want to thank everyone at home for joining us here on the West Perry Athletic Forum's YouTube page. And look, final 2 minutes here in the game. Shippensburg just looking to prevent a shutout. Because we have seen this in the last 2 games when in the final minutes when West Perry is up big, they weren't as aggressive on defense, giving Midland County and East Pennsboro the opportunity to score. And here's another corner opportunity here for Shippensburg. And that is off of number 26, Matthew Adams. Matthew Adams is going to one of the younger guys for West Perry. Some young guys starting to show up here for West Perry. Another corner opportunity here for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds needing to hurry up to prevent being shut out. Final minute here at Mustang Stadium. And looks like we got a possible injury for number 9, St. Cloud, who's slow to get up. And West Perry took full advantage of that with a player down. 45 seconds left to go. West Perry looking for the most dominant start for 3 games in West Perry history. And they hang on for the 3rd straight shutout to open the season. Here's Caleb Nickel. Intercepted well by Trace Rieslinger. 15 seconds left to go. Shippensburg just looking to prevent a shot, and that is not going to do it right there. Easy save for Andrew Rieslinger, and he can just hang on to this ball for the rest of the game. And for the first time in West Perry boys soccer history, West Perry has been perfect for the first 3 games. 3 shutouts in a row to start for West Perry boys soccer. History has been made for West Perry boys soccer. They have beaten the Shippensburg Greyhounds 4-0 in this one. They have outscored their first 3 game opponents 21-0 here at Mustang Stadium. A dominant performance for West Perry boys soccer. Their star of the game is West Perry goalkeeper Andrew Riesinger, his first career start as goalkeeper in the varsity level, and he does very well here. He is our West Perry Athletic Parks player of the game. That is going to do it for us here at Mustang Stadium. The next time these 2 teams are in action, West Perry will hit the road for the first time this season on Saturday, September 11th, when they take on East Juniata on the road. That game will start at 12:30 on Saturday. For Shippensburg, they will be at home on Saturday for their home opener at 10 a.m. against the James Buchanan Rockets. What a great way for West Perry boys soccer. Our next broadcast here on the West Perry Athletic Parks YouTube page will be tomorrow night. West Perry football home opener when they take on the Juniata Indians. Kickoff to start at 7 o'clock here at Mustang Stadium. You do not want to miss the home opener for West Prairie football here tomorrow night. That's going to do it for us here. West Prairie improves to 3-0 on the year. First time ever that they have 3 consecutive shutouts to start the season. For Shippensburg, they dropped to 0-2-1 on the year. And they'll take on James Buchanan on Saturday at 10 a.m. in their home opener. On behalf of our athletic director, Ryan Anderson, our public address announcer, Matt Rudy, and our high school principal, Chris Ron, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Walt, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Thank you for joining us. Your final score on this one, West Prairie 4, Shippensburg 0. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night for West Prairie football against Juniata.